Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing and first look at the Hollyland Mars 400S. This is a wireless video transmission system. It's priced at roughly $650 and this is actually the second transmitter system that Hollyland has sent to me. The original was the Mars 300. The 400S improves in several ways beyond just the range, which is now up to 400 feet. And by the way, this is not a brand new product. It's been on the market, I think, since around November, somewhere at the end of 2019, but I just received it from them, and so I'll put it through the paces and see how it works. Now, if it's anything like the 300, I expect good things, and it is a lot like it. In fact, it's improved, and I say that because not only in terms of range, but also we have actual readouts on the transmitters themselves. In addition to that, it now has app support, so that means even if you don't have a monitor to actually use these in conjunction with, you can use a smartphone of choice. So nothing really to show you on the packaging other than what you already see. So let's get it out of the box. And again, $650 US is the retail. I feel like if this is what you're looking for, then it's probably priced very appropriately. And I say that because historically transmission systems like this were really just only pro gear, and this sort of price point didn't offer you the ability to get something with this sort of capability, let alone, as I just noted, the ability to sync up with tablets, phones, so that in the event you do not have, again, a field monitor, as I pry this open, you still are not up the creek, so to speak. So you do have the ability to monitor your footage. So there we have it. The top layer coming off, but not important. Let's get right in there. Your user manual is the first thing that you will be greeted by. And then after that, we've got a black box here, which I'm assuming houses a variety of different accessories. Let's see if I can get this open without destroying it, which is a tendency of mine during unboxings, for those of you that follow my channel. It does have SDI support, so we've got, the first thing you'll notice is our adapter for power in terms of regional. This is, of course, for the US, so for the States. Let's see what else pops out of here. And as you would have expected, the actual power brick you're going to hook that up to. And in addition to that, we've got some mounting brackets, quarter 20 screw. This appears to be a Type-C to Type-A adapter, and it is. We've got some antenna here, 3, 4, 5 in total. Now, each of these, the transmitter and receiver, only require 2. I'm guessing this is just an additional one in the event that you need one. And here we go. So this is the transmitter. This is where you will connect your antenna. Of course, some menu navigation right here. Type-C, I believe, is only for firmware updates. After all, this does not have an internal battery. You will be relying on Sony NP batteries to power both of these. SDI in right there, HDMI in. And remember, again, this is the transmitter. On and off switch right there, and the actual DC input right there. This is the TX. Let's get to the RX, which is the actual receiver. I'm not going to say it's where the magic happens, but for all intents and purposes, it sort of is. So again, menu navigation, same exact Type-C port layout, the HDMI out, because after all, this is the receiver. The SDI out, again, in the event you're using cameras that do leverage SDI. And then your on-off switch and your DC input. Now remember, we only have one DC input to actually use here. We do not have 2 power bricks, and that is everything in the box. But the whole point is that if you're looking for very low latency wireless transmission of a source for monitoring, and as I mentioned, also app support, which did not, at least to my knowledge, I don't think it ever became a function, a capability of the 300 that Hollyland sent me in the past, then this is, in my opinion, a superior solution. Now, I haven't tested it. Again, this is a review unit. I will and I will do a follow-up. But that in itself, to me, besides the range bump, which is important, I mean, going from 300 to 400 feet is certainly a gain, but 300 probably was enough, and the Mars 300 is less expensive. But just because we have that built-in app support now for live streaming to iOS and Android devices, to me, that is a differentiator all to its own, because that's just one less device you have to carry. I'm not saying you won't have to carry a phone or a tablet that will likely be dedicated for this, but even if you have to, that's in some ways better than a field monitor, because it can act as a device other than a field monitor. So it's really a matter of what you plan on doing with this, or not what you plan on doing with it. It only has one purpose ultimately, but how you actually prefer to use it in terms of viewing the content that you are wirelessly transmitting. So I'll be testing latency, I'll be testing the range, I will be testing out the app, and of course following up for all of you that are interested in this. Again, $650 US is the retail for the Mars 400S. It's been on the market, it's a proven product, and that's why when Hollyland said, do you want us to send it over? I said sure, because I've only heard good things about this. And Hollyland has a solid reputation. I wasn't trying to cover this up, but the 400S just builds on that and keeps it in a price range that I feel is still realistic for those of you that want to obviously have pro-grade equipment without spending pro-grade money. So we'll see how it performs. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. Hit that like button. And as usual, please feel free to subscribe. Later.